Do you remember how incredible it felt to wake up every morning next to the man of your dreams, knowing there was no one else in the world he'd rather be with? Wouldn't you be willing to do almost anything to get that feeling back? I'm Brad Browning, and in the next 9 minutes, I'm going to reveal 3 covert psychological tactics that will make him fall deeply in love with you again, even if he completely ignores you now and swore on his life that he'd never get back together with you. Once you learn how easy it is to use these techniques on him, you'll be able to rewire his feelings and reignite his passion for you. You'll be able to plant a seed of devotion deep in your ex's mind, creating a sense of intense desire for you and only you. He'll be compelled to call you, text you nonstop, and beg to be with you again, thinking it was his idea in the first place. If you accept his apologies and agree to give him another shot, it'll be a matter of minutes before he's wrapping his arms around you, ready to commit like he never was before. And this time, you and your boyfriend can get it right from the beginning. This time you can finally feel like a real couple without the fighting and jealousy that plagued your old relationship. You can build a deep, devoted bond with this man and make sure that this is the last breakup you'll ever have to endure. This might sound impossible to you right now, but I promise that if you follow my advice and do exactly as I say, you'll be amazed at how quickly he becomes obsessed with the idea of being with you. And he'll be whispering in your ear those words you thought he'd never say again. I miss you, I need you, I can't live without you. Now I have to warn you, you only have a limited window of opportunity to apply what I'm about to teach you. And the sooner you apply my techniques, the better. So pay close attention to this presentation because this might be the most important 10 minutes of your life. I don't know exactly how your breakup went down, but I'm guessing it was something similar to what happened with my friend Sarah. Sarah thought she had found the one, the perfect man, the father of her children. For 5 years, she saw herself clear as day, going down the road of happiness, one foot after the other, feeling so relieved that she'd finally found the man she's been dreaming of her entire life. Then one day, she walked in the door and her eyes lit up with excitement, thinking, more than anything, that he was going to propose. But instead, he looked at her with a cold, determined look, and then he said it. I don't love you. I'm not sure I ever did. I can't be here anymore. With just one sentence, Sarah's world came crashing down on top of her. Can you forgive her for throwing a vase across the room? I certainly can. An overwhelming sense of anxiety welled up inside her, a sickening feeling of panic that she could barely control. At first, Sarah couldn't believe it. She wouldn't accept it. But the icy look in his eye confirmed that this was real, that he was really breaking up with her. It was over. 5 of her best years, wasted. And no matter how much she begged, how much she pleaded with him, or how many times she apologized and promised to change, it made no difference, aside from making her look pathetic. She felt like she was banging her head against a wall. And in the weeks that followed, Sarah spent nights lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, wondering what she could have done or said differently. She sent him long, rambling emails and text messages. For weeks on end, she waited hours staring at her cell phone, praying it would eventually vibrate with the arrival of a text message or phone call from her ex. Worst of all, she thought to herself, maybe I'm just not beautiful enough for him anymore. She had put on a few pounds since they first met. Or maybe it was something else. I'm not getting any younger, she admitted to herself. In the weeks that passed, the recurring image of her man whispering, I love you, to the beautiful blonde from the office made Sarah's stomach instantly tighten up into a lead ball. And no matter how hard she tried, it haunted her day and night. At this point, just like Sarah, you probably can't stop wondering, what happened? What did I do to make him fall out of love with me? And what can I do to get him to come back to me? The answer to that question is actually dead simple. You need to use the covert psychology techniques I'm about to describe to you. Simple tactics designed to wipe your ex's negative memories and replace them with intense feelings of nostalgia. Just by saying a few simple sentences, you'll be able to rewind the clock and bring back the man who wanted to spend every waking minute with you. The man who couldn't make it through half a day without calling or texting you, who'd hold you when you were lonely and stayed by your side, even when you were at your worst. When this man finally wraps his arms around you, you'll feel safe and secure knowing that you'll never, ever lose him again. Look, I know this probably sounds pretty far-fetched from where you're sitting right now, but here's the thing. As soon as you learn how to bypass your ex-boyfriend's rational side, you can manipulate him to the point where he does a 180-degree turn and won't stop chasing you until he's got you in his arms, eager to spend a lifetime together. He'll be steaming mad at himself for not appreciating you more when you were still a couple, for foolishly thinking that life could be better without you. You see, men are actually a lot more emotionally driven than you think, and you can use his emotions to gain an unfair advantage. So far, you've only been talking to the left side of his brain, the rational, logical side. But no amount of logic and reasoning is going to compel your boyfriend to fall in love with you again. What you actually need to do is engage with the emotional center of his brain, the right side of his brain, because this is where those emotional hot buttons are located. Pushing these emotional hot buttons will literally render your ex powerless, and he'll be forced to respond. Because this happens on a subconscious level, he won't be able to fight his feelings for you. And the key to engaging with the emotional center of his brain is a little thing called oxytocin, a natural hormone produced in the brain's hypothalamus that generates intense emotions like love, passion, and sexual desire. I'll teach you key phrases that you can say to him right now that will make his brain produce wave upon wave of oxytocin. Eventually, he'll have to cave into his desires, regardless of what he knows is the right thing to do. That's the real beauty of my methods and the secret sauce to my program. I'll show you how to breeze straight past his warning systems and natural urges to resist your advances. He'll be pinning you against your bedroom wall, gazing at you with that look he used to give you, and kissing you like you're the last girl he'll ever kiss. Before I tell you how to turn this into a reality for you, you need to understand 3 critical facts that most women will never know about breakups. Fact number 1, your ex lied to you. After a breakup, men usually say things like, "I just need some time alone," or "I'm just not ready for a serious relationship right now." But these lies just act as a cover for the real reason why he broke up with you. You need to decode the male psyche and cut past the deception to reveal the primal emotional reason why your relationship ended, and fix it before it's too late. Fact number 2, you're going to have to accept that your old relationship is gone and you can't have it back. And that's actually a good thing, because your old relationship was destined to fail anyway. After all, if it was going so well, then why did you break up? What you need to do is start a new relationship, a relationship that's healthy, devoted, one that will stand the test of time, making this breakup the last breakup you'll ever have to suffer through. Fact number 3, in order to win back your ex-boyfriend and establish a healthy new relationship, you need to erase all of the negative memories and thoughts he has of you and replace them with positive ones. You need to tap into his primal masculine feelings and plant the seeds of passion, romance, and sexuality so that he can't imagine himself with anyone else. These facts are important because they're the foundation of my system. Remember the covert psychology tactics I talked about at the beginning of this video? I call this 3-step process my 3R system: recovery, rekindling, and reattraction. In the recovery phase, I'll teach you how to remold your ex's mental image of you. Without any real work on your part, you'll feed him a constant stream of vivid, passionate, positive memories and force him to relive them again and again. You'll suppress his negative memories and make him focus on the intimate experiences he enjoyed when your relationship was still in that magical phase. If employed correctly, he'll be highly susceptible to the covert psychological attacks that you'll execute next. This form of psychological inception will turn the situation upside down, stirring up strong feelings of self-doubt in your ex's mind and causing him to second-guess the decision to break up. In the rekindling phase, you'll learn exactly what to say to open a line of direct communication to his brain's emotional center. If you do this correctly, you'll be able to plant a seed of desire deep inside his mind so powerful he'll feel that he needs to talk to you, to be around you. And finally, in the reattraction phase, you'll be the one in total control. You'll give him the opportunity to act on the emotions and urges you've created in the first 2 phases. I'll show you a few simple seduction techniques that will help seal the deal and put him on lockdown. When he thinks about the future, he'll envision you by his side, and he'll be fighting tooth and nail to make that a reality. All you have to do is say yes. So now you're probably thinking, okay, Brad, these tactics are extremely powerful and I get that, but how do I get started? Allow me to introduce what I've been working on like crazy for the past 4 years. I call this simple step-by-step system the X Factor Guide. This is a system that I've poured my blood, sweat, and tears into that teaches women exactly what to do, leaving no stone unturned. This comprehensive system is my pride and joy. It's an idiot-proof program that I've been tweaking and perfecting constantly. Now, this isn't rocket science, but what I can tell you for certain is that you definitely haven't read or heard much of the stuff I reveal in my program. Sure, maybe you've seen some of the tips regurgitated elsewhere on the internet, but most of it will be new to you. Here's a few examples of what you'll learn. The 4-sentence clean slate email template that you can copy and paste and send to your ex-boyfriend right now that will help undo any damage you've already done since the breakup. How simply not contacting your ex, like many people suggest, is totally useless and guaranteed to fail unless you set the stage first by using my magnetic attraction technique. How memorizing 3 simple sentences will prepare you to take advantage of any encounter with your ex, ensuring you'll never be caught off guard or left wondering what to say. How trying to make your ex jealous is incredibly risky and likely to backfire unless you use my foolproof covert jealousy tactic. The 3 simple text messages that you can send him right now that will tell him exactly how you feel without making you look needy and without revealing your true intentions. Do this right and he'll feel an overbearing sense of regret. Why you should almost never say sorry to your ex, even if you think you've done something wrong. how saying my 6 magic words will make him stop fantasizing about any other women and ignite his primal desire to satisfy only you. Why all men possess masculine instincts that drive them to seek commitment the same way women do. And how to use this instinct to make him see you as wife material. How to create a sense of mystery that will spark your ex's curiosity to the point where he feels compelled to reach out and contact you, even if he promised himself he wouldn't. Why your ex's friends are one of the best tools you have at your disposal, and how to get them on your side without your ex ever finding out. As I already mentioned, all this stuff has been proven effective by the thousands of women I've worked with over the past few years. Take Danielle Walker,